New tonight, all this week, airmen specializing in combat communications at Tinker Air Force Base are getting ready for deployment and brushing up on the skills needed to make sure that the military can stay in communication with each other. Freedom 43 got an exclusive look at this training. Monday morning in Midwest City. What you see here had been an open field a few hours before the combat communication folks took it over and built a command center from the ground up.
We have about 44 airmen from our unit out here, and we have at least 150 other airmen throughout the group supporting us in this effort.
It's a side of the Air Force sometimes overlooked by the public, but one that's vital to an infield operation. Without these guys, communication would be almost impossible, and that could cripple operations in a war zone. So everything gets set up in this exercise that the team would need in the field, including all the satellites, computer servers, and tents for command centers.
Pretty much we go to any site in the world and just set up with nothing there. We bring everything ourselves as far as power goes, as far as all the capabilities of internet, telephones. We're able to do that from any site, any type of weather. It's pretty much what we do.
By going through all of this just a few hundred feet away from home base, the airmen say they will be better prepared and more capable of doing it all over again in a high-stress environment.
Already I've learned just to adapt over any situation that comes your way, because a lot of times we'll go out for a deployment and you'll find out like maybe an important cable's broken or something, and you got to come up on the fly, either fix it or how to work around that without using that cable.
And that deployment training will get more rigorous as this week goes on. New tonight, all week, airmen working in combat communications at Tinker Air Force Base have been going through a round of deployment training, and today they focused on what to do if a mortar attack ever happened on their base.
Alarm red, bomb four!
A quiet base shattered by the sound of mortar fire. Inside the tent, the airmen react, and moments later, a wounded airman emerges. He's moved to safety by the rest of the team, transported to a medical tent. The rest of the group decontaminates themselves in the case of a chemical attack.
This is just a typical mop suit. It's just to protect against chemical agents. Like, that's what the tape's for, is if there was a chemical in the air, you'd be able to see it on the tape.
Okay, yeah, nothing's been reported up to us yet.
Yep, it's all a simulation, a very realistic one, and in some ways, the capstone of days of training for this group of airmen. By pretending to go through the worst, they are better prepared to carry out their duties overseas.
Okay. Kind of like with muscle memory, you get used to it. Somebody walks out, sees a bomb out front, they come back in, say, hey, we got something out front. You just know automatically to snap into it. Get everything out, get all your ComSec, get everybody, your people, your radios, and go. After
this week, leadership will evaluate this training. They'll point out ways the group can get better.
We go anytime, anywhere. Bear base to cyberspace, that's our mission. And while we're not deployed, we're not on a bear base or austere environment, we're maintaining, training, and equipping our personnel.